Okay, so today we're going to talk about the types of objections that you may receive as you're working through cases, whether you're trying to schedule someone, you've met with them, you're trying to move them through the close. These are 7 types of objections. The first one you have is the internal objection. Probably the most important, I don't know if the most important, probably the most critical objection that you'll receive, which is the one that you say to yourself. These are the objections that you go into the appointments already predetermined. These are the reasonings that you have already predetermined that the client's not going to want to move forward because of XYZ. These are all of the things that you project as you meet with people. Internal objections. The most important thing that you have to adjust and get right is to clear yourself of any of your own objections as to why you wouldn't move forward. And by the way, if you can't make sense of it, how can a prospect or potential client make sense of it? 2, you have the external objections. These are the objections that the customer actually says to you. They come out and say them, they verbalize them. The third, the valid objection. This is the actual real objection, not the 8 objections that they give you that you think are all objections, but this is the actual objection, the real reason they won't move forward. Most things that clients say, potential prospects say, are actually just complaints or they're smoke screens to the real objection. Okay. The fourth, valid but. This is the objection, but won't keep a buyer from closing. Okay, so this is more than I wanted to spend. Well, that's not real. It's not a real objection. It may be an objection where they didn't feel like they had the money, but it's not going to keep you from closing them and moving them forward. Fifth, most common, invalid. It's never the real objection. These are the things that potential prospects will just throw out just to stall the close, cause you to think that these are the things that are keeping them from moving forward, when all reality they're just throwing them out because they don't want to tell you what the real deal objection is. Okay. Number 6, the spoken objection. You've heard the objection. It could be valid or invalid. So things that they've actually said, but they could be the real objection. They could be complaints, not necessarily things that could keep the close from moving forward, the process, the transaction from moving forward. And then 7, the unspoken objection. You haven't heard the real objection. Okay, this is the toughest thing to find a lot of times, is you have to continue to dig and dig and dig and not take what people are telling you at face value. Because a lot of times someone will say something to you and you'll think, oh, well, that's really their concern. And if I could just overcome that, then it would move this process forward. When in all reality, again, they're just giving you more smoke screens. They're not giving you the actual objection. And this unspoken objection will stall the close 100% of the time. So you've got to get to that unspoken objection. So these are the 7 different types of objections. As you go through and you're meeting with prospects, potential clients, that you've got to be able to identify, okay, what is this? They just said X to me. What really is that? Is that a valid objection? Is it an invalid objection? Have I gotten to the unspoken objection? What is it that's really keeping the prospect from wanting to move forward in the transaction? So 7 things that have helped me out tremendously over my career. I recommend you master all of them.